Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. Having a thickness planer in the makerspace is a really cool thing, but there is an irritating thing that can happen from time to time, and that's called snipe. And that is where on the end of a board, where it first enters into a thickness planer or comes out, there's an area that's cut deeper, and this is called snipe. Well, once you understand what's happening, there's at least 3 ways, maybe in a 4th I'll throw in here, that you can eliminate this little problem, what's happening here. Let's get to it. All right, before I tell you the solution, let's explain to you the problem. And once you understand the problem, you'll develop a few habits that address the problem. Well, here's what happens. When you feed a board into a thickness planer, and of course, this is set up high, but let's suppose it was set down to cut approximately a 5/8 inch thick board. When this enters in, the first thing that's going to encounter is the infeed roller. And you can see it here where I'm showing you the roller that is right in front of the rotating head where the planer knives are. Then the board encounters the planer knives, and then on the other side of the blades you have the outfeed roller. When you take a look down in the top of the machine, you can see where the rotating cutter head is, and right in front of it along this area is where the infeed roller is. Right behind the rotating planer head knives are the exit roller or the outfeed roller. These 3 things work in conjunction to keep the stock flat on the bed here, okay? So once you understand that you want stock coming in flat on the bed and not up like that, then you're halfway there. So here's what happens. Sometimes the bed or the infeed tables are maladjusted to the infeed roller or to the rotary head. So practice number 1 that you can always do when you're putting wood into the infeed side is lift this tail just a little bit to assure that that is flat right at the tip until it encounters the roller, which then is going to push it down flat and feed it through. All right? If you don't lift, or you do the opposite and you lift it like this, then what's going to happen, this area is too high, it gets hit, sniped off the end, and you get this effect right here where a section of it is cut away because it was raised up before it got pushed down to the bed and then fed through the remainder of the way. So practice number 1, always raise the tail, and on the outfeed side, lift the lead edge or the lead end as it comes towards you just slightly, so as the board exit, it's being kept down flat to the bed. That's practice number 1. Number 2, on planers that have these auxiliary or installed factory infeed and outfeed tables, another trick is to raise the leading edge of this and the trailing edge on the back table over here just slightly. And thereby what you're automatically doing is doing what we just showed you manually. You're raising the end, making sure that the lead edge as it enters the machine and rides along the planer's bed is flat against the bed, giving the planer time to put the infeed roller down, push it down, keep the stock flat against the bed, and to deliver a consistent cut. Now, as you can see here, I'm just going to take a straight edge here and place it right on my infeed and outfield tables, and you can see right under here there is a slight gap, meaning you can see that it's raised on each end right there. Now I can deflect it down and push it down, but these are raised just a little bit to assist in giving that pristine, beautiful, consistent cut. Practice number 3. Have your stock staged in such a way that as you're feeding one piece in and as it goes into the machine, you're able to butt another piece right with it. That way it's all planed at the same time and there's no start and stop. The rollers just roll onto the next stock and keep everything flat. And thereby, the last piece, when you come out, lift the last piece, you'll have everything ready to go. It is a great way to eliminate snipe. Now, There's one last thing I'm going to point out. If you try all of these and you have a planer that's just downright ornery and you can't stop the snipe from occurring, then here's what I'm going to suggest you do. When you're doing your rough cut for your stock, leave it like 4 inches long, and that way if there is any snipe at the end of your rough process pieces, before you go to the next step of final dimensioning, you can go ahead and just cut off those sections that have been playing down too much through snipe and end up with a board that's consistent in thickness all the way along its length. All right, we demonstrated everything we've shown you on this beautiful little DeWalt DW735. If you'd like to take a more in-depth view of the features on this machine, we really enjoy the machine, but take a look at this video where we show you step-by-step different controls here and features, and you can make a decision if it's great for you. And while you're at it, check out this other video over here from our catalog that YouTube and we think is perfect for you. And until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com, living the snipeless life.